Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. Kenzie, what are you going to do?
I'm going to the cinema.
You're doing a very grown-up thing that you've never done before. What are you doing?
Going on a bus with some friends.
You're going on a bus with people you don't know. Because your friend will already be on the bus because he's caught it in a different village. He's going into Oxford on his own, which he's never done. And he's off to the cinema and doing grown-up teenage things, aren't you? Big milestone.
Smoke weed and drink.
You better not be doing any of that malarkey, actually. No, I trust the person you're with. Yeah, that person's, I think, got glasses. That might be Toby's friends.
Yeah, that's them.
Okay, so these are Toby's friends. He knows Toby. He was at primary school with Toby. And they've kept your friendship. But you only see each other a couple of times a year, don't you?
Haven't seen them at all this year, I don't think.
No, you haven't seen them at all this year.
I've talked to them, but...
Yeah. So Toby just happened to be going to the cinema, and Kenzie said, did he want to come to the cinema?
So I asked him if he wanted to see the cinema, go to the cinema yesterday, so he thought, he said, funnily enough, we're seeing it today. We're
seeing it tomorrow.
As well. Do you want to join us? So I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so he's getting on the bus with some people he doesn't know, but Toby will already be on the bus, so that will make things a bit easier. Yeah, so it's a very big adventure. High five, very proud of you. Good lad, well done. Here comes the bus. I've got back. I'm going to put the bedding on the line that I have washed and on the airer. So that's ready to go back on the bed tonight. I'm going to try and put these dishes away and wash these couple of cups. And then my friend is going to come and knock for me. And then we're going to go for brunch up at the pub. And then I need to make a start on pulling the walls off of Spog, which I'm not looking forward to. But I have to get it done this weekend because he goes in on Monday, my baby. He'd be out of action for 2 weeks. Then I've also got him booked in for his MOT on the Monday afterwards. New tyres, and then we should be ready to rebuild from the ashes, phoenix from the flames and all that. Right, let's get these dishes put away. This is brunch, which, to be fair, is probably lunch now. I'm having everything.
Oh, yes, it's
definitely lunchtime now. This is Julia. Julia is having a light brunch. She's far better than I. And her peppermint tea, and I'm having the full-on tea.
That's only because I can't eat all the other things.
No, you would like to eat all of these things. Bon appetit, Julia. Yeah. Well, that was a very lovely brunch. I'm nicely filled, and that will probably do me for most of the day. I might be able to squeeze in a dinner later on, I don't know. I've heard nothing from Kenzie, so I'm taking it that it has been a success, this very grown-up moment in his life. I know for many 16-year-olds this is not new, but you have to remember, my boys are on the spectrum, they're not particularly sociable, and they've grown up in a village. So all of these sorts of milestones for them that come maybe a couple of years later compared to their peers are huge moments for us. Especially with his anxiety levels being so high, this is like a major thing. It's really strange. At the moment, we're like, he's in a real anxious place and struggling in many ways. But at the same time, there's this real maturity as well that is coming through. It's a real, like this, you know, anxiety, maturity, kind of doing this at the moment, interweaving, and it's the only way I can describe it. It's a very odd time. Anyway, I've put my laundry, I've hung that up. We're going to walk through the laundry tent that I've created in my, I want to say playroom, but it's not even a playroom or a conservatory, my dumping ground. And I'm going to go and start ripping panels down. Somewhere I've put my knife, which I think is probably buried in boxes of stuff that came out of Spog. I'll have a quick look before I go, but I'm going to go and get that. I want to thank Donnie from Donnie's Van Life Adventures, because he literally rang me last night and gave me a shopping list with shop names, online shop names, product codes, quantities, prices, and just gave me a shopping list to re-insulate my van. That was amazing. And I want to thank Kev from Wandering Womble, because he has talked to me through some various electric things and has, I noticed in the comments, offered me a sofa for the night, and we can work on the electrics and get Spog back on the road again and fully functioning. And also, I've been having conversations. I thought I was going to put all the electrics behind the walls, and then, you know, like you do in a house, and then have blocks coming out that I could, you know. But I've had various people now say to me, no, you just put it in conduits, because if you need to use anything or change anything or fix anything, if it's all behind the walls, that's going to be a nightmare. So you have it all in conduits and sort of neatly hidden. So that means I can put all the walls up before I go and see Kev. So I've got some amazing people that I have met through doing my YouTube. I mean, too many people to mention right now, but I just want to have a mention to those 2 particular people who have been super helpful with this rebuild situation that I'm going to be in. Anyway, stop waffling, stop putting it off. It's nearly 2 o'clock and I haven't even started on the dismantling. I've just played taxi to Kenzie, done some housework, and gone for brunch. Come on, Pip. This is my laundry drying. I didn't get it as far as the washing line. It's just hanging on doors, which seems to serve the purpose. In all honesty, I was going to label all of this, but because Kev's talked about me going up and him just doing the whole job, I think it's probably best that I just take all of that down, and then he'll know what he's doing with it, because I'm not going to be putting it back together again. So I think I'm just going to take all of that off. Okie dokie. I think I should have little baggies to put things in, because that's all diesel heater. That unclips. Does that unclip? Yes. Okay. Go through the hole. Okay. That's all diesel heater. That's diesel heater. That's diesel heater. Actually, maybe if I pushed that back in there. Keeps it all together. This really was thrown together by Mr. Bodgett. I'm only assuming he went for lightweight. It's the only thing I can think of. Try and take that thing off. I want to keep this bit. D, C, D, E, F, G, H, one big panel, I, oh, this one, J. All my panels marked, so I know where they all go when I finished. Let's take a photo. I'm thinking I should probably wear a mask, and I know this is not, you know, the right mask, but I should probably wear a mask of some sort to get this stuff out, and it irritates my skin, so I'm getting gloves because I know I don't respond well to that. I'm going in. Look at all the black. Actually, that is wet. Why is that all wet? Okay, why is it all wet down there? I have jet washed the van, but how would the water have got into that floor bit there? Look how black that is. Why is that so black? It might be wet because that's where the panel has come off and I've damaged it. So I can see daylight where one of the clips would have had the trim on it. So I bet that's why it's wet. It's let water in because of the damaged bit. The lower down that is, the darker that is. Look, looks like a tiger. I'm itchy. I need to remove these panels up here that you can't see right now. It touched my arms and now I'm itching. I'm going to come out in hives. Right, I've got to get these panels off. Screwdriver. I'm going to keep this on for a bit because of the muck in the air. Most of this has been masticed in as well, so I've got my knife and I'm just going to cut down the edge. Well, that's as far as I've got, which is the main bit because that's the bit that needs fixing. So it means he can actually get to where he needs to get to. I'm going to hoover in here and just generally clean it up. There's a lot of dust. All of this has to come off. The ceiling has to come off. And then I want to try and get this off, but I will probably have to unbolt this from underneath to do that. Unless I can manage to get the panels off without moving that, which will probably be incredibly difficult. But I can't really take the roof off. I have to do that all in one day. And that's when that needs to come off. Then I can pull it all off and then put it all back up again once I've put the roof panel on. And like I said, a lot of these are going to need replacing because a lot of the wood is very brittle now. Look at that, it's very, very brittle up there. There's a lot of rusty bits. While I'm grubby, I'm just going to sweep up all of this as well. Everything itches, everything's disgusting. I am literally disgusting. My house is just a mess. And you know how much I hate my house being a mess. But the thing is, I've ditched my job. Well, not ditched my job, but you know, changed my job, which means that everything in the playroom has had to go, which I tried to do, but got stuck in a situation where I couldn't get rid of any more yet. And then I had to bring all the stuff out of the van so that Spog can get repaired. So that's all in there. The stuff I need to put in the loft. Everything's just a big old mess. I just feel like my home, like it's not usually me that makes all the mess, but it's absolutely me that's making the mess, and I'm making more mess than anybody else in my family makes. I am really coming out in itches. Kenzie hasn't rung me yet. My Fitbit is disgusting. I am disgusting, so I need to get in the bath. He's not messaged, so I'm going to message him and say, has he even left Oxford yet? Because if he hasn't, I'm getting in the bath. I'm going out for drinks at 8 o'clock, which I never do, but it's in someone's garden. So it's going over to Luba's, who is Ginya's boss, who I made friends with when she moved here. So I'm going over there for drinks as a celebration of being in the village a year. So I need to, you know, smarten myself up a little bit. But that's all I'm doing for today. I'm so itchy, it's untrue. So I'm going to go and make a cup of tea, have a big glass of water, wash these first, get in the bath. There we are, look at that. This is country life for you. We're just cruising along at about 5 miles an hour and I have no idea how long he will be down this road for. He's cutting back the grass. We just have to wait until he's finished or we get to a big pullover spot. I got you one of those noodle things from the garage.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Did you have a nice time?
Yeah.
How did you get along with everyone?
Good.
The nice bunch?
Yeah, we annoyed Toby.
You annoyed Toby?
Yeah.
Why?
About Morbius.
Oh, they liked Morbius, didn't
Yeah.
they?
Kept talking about it's Morbin time.
Morbin time. How was the movie?
It was good.
What did you see?
Thor.
Thor. And then what did you do with the rest of the time? Just hung out in Oxford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went to HMV for like 40 minutes.
Is there still a HMV?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was still a thing anymore.
It's in Westgate.
Ah, cool. Lovely. You've had a good time then?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll go out with him again?
Mm.
Cool. Should we go home?
Yeah.
Let's go. Have you seen what I've done to my van?
Oh.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, indeed. Sounds like the boys had a good time. He's asked me to drop him off at the pub, and as I pulled over by the pub, my friend Jackie, who's the landlady, was doing this, and I'm like, does she want me to go away? And then I thought she gave me the bird, you know, and I was like, all right, there's no need for that. And then Kenzie worked out what she was trying to tell me with her hand gestures. My roof vent was open and she didn't want it being ripped off. Now I'd just driven all the way to pick him up and then all the way back again, and I hadn't, I don't know how, damaged it. But I said to her, I pulled over a bit closer to her and went, I thought you were telling me to F off. You know, you're like doing this, which I think she meant was your roof thing's open. And then she was doing this, but I thought she was... Anyway, she thought it was hilarious when I told her that I thought she was being rude. So I've closed it now. I've closed it. I need to have some dinner. I bought noodles from the garage when I went and washed Spog earlier on. So we've all got a really quick, easy meal for dinner tonight. And then I'm going out tonight for drinks at 8 o'clock. So I need to re-put my makeup on because I washed it all off. I was black, literally I went like this with my nail and my nails were black with the amount of grime that came from working on the van today. I have booked in a weekend after Spog gets out of the workshop. That weekend I'm going to Kent and I'm spending the weekend at Donny's, and we're just going to rip out the rest, insulate, and put it all back together again, because he's got all the tools, he's got the knowledge, and it will be a damn sight quicker if I have somebody who knows what they're doing than me trying to wing it and not having the right tools for the job and coming across things that I don't know how to tackle. So I just feel a bit better. So I'm going to order everything. I'm going to put all my spare bits of wood and everything that I am planning on using for the rebuild, and I'm just going to take it all with me, and then we'll spend the weekend getting it done. Hopefully, I will talk to Anson when I drop it off on Monday, but hopefully we can get Spog finished Thursday night. I mean, he's given it 2 weeks, so I'm thinking that's a long, like, worst case scenario. But if I say to him that I need to be somewhere the following weekend, like that, hopefully he'll have it ready for, definitely ready by Friday. And then I can go up on Friday. And then it goes Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And then the Monday, I'm booked in for MOT, but I'm not booked in for MOT till 3 o'clock. So that gives me also a chunk of day that I can do stuff on the van.
Motion detected at the front door.
Kenzie's home. He stopped at the pub. Like I said, he wanted goodies, so I dropped him at the pub. So that's my plan. Thank you, my boy. This is mum taxi duty payment. I love it. Thank you. Love you.
Okay. I tried to get something for Daddy, but there weren't any.
Was there nothing sugar? Oh, there was no sugar-free biscuits for him.
No.
Oh, it was a nice thought though. Anyway, I'll stop waffling. The ins and the outs of it is I'm not going to be brave enough to do this all on my own, so I'm going to see somebody who knows what they're doing and has done this several times. Anyway, I'm going to go and have dinner. We're going to go and watch, I think, a James May thing, Our Man in Not Japan. That was the first one. Our Man in Italy. Thank you, Kenzie. Our Man in Italy. Lee's got hold of, and we're going to watch that. And then I'm going out. So, thank you very much for watching. You lovely lot. And I'll see you all tomorrow.